Hi, I'm Beth Rodden. I'm going to be going over basics for beginners of hangboards today. We're using the simulator, but this should apply to whatever board you have. So these top holds are called jugs, and the simulator has 3 of them, 1 on each side and 1 in the middle. Next to that, this has slopers, a rounded one and a flat one. And then these are called edges. And then we move down to holds called pockets, where you only put a certain amount of fingers in them. So these are 2-finger pockets, and above them are 3-finger pockets. All right, now that you know what the holds are called, I'm going to go through and tell you how we can hold them. So slopers, pockets, and jugs are pretty self-explanatory. Slopers, you want to try and get as much contact area as possible. So I put as much as my hand and my thumb up there, and same with the jugs. Pockets, 2 fingers, usually you use your middle 2 fingers, but you can train these 2 fingers and these 2 fingers. However, that's a bit more advanced, so you're going to want to work up to that because you can get injured more easily. With edges, I like to grab it with my main 4 fingers at 90 degrees and my thumb next to it. Some people call this a half crimp or a semi-crimp. You can also hold it open hand, which is a lot like a pocket, or in a full crimp position, which means you wrap your thumb all the way on top. And again, this is much more injury prone, so make sure you work up to this. All right, now that we've talked about how to grab the holds, I'm going to show you some different exercises that you can do on them. One of the most basic ones is called the dead hang, where you grab holds and you hang your body weight from them. You're going to want to make sure that your shoulders and your elbows are engaged or slightly bent, so you're not completely hanging on your bone structure. Another one is you can grab them and lock them off to varying degrees. A common one is holding at 90 degrees for a lock-off position, or you can go all the way up. Another thing, if you want to build up to a smaller hold, is you can grab a big hold like a jug and then an edge and do an offset hang. And then even more advanced would be a one-arm hang. But again, that is something that you want to work up to so you don't get injured. Another common exercise to do on a hangboard is pull-ups. The most common one is grab 2 holds, pull all the way up, and then go back down. But just like in dead hangs, you want to make sure that you don't go all the way down under your bone structure, that you keep your shoulders and your elbows engaged or slightly bent. You can also do offsets if you want to work up to a smaller hold. And just like with the dead hangs, you can stop midway through on a pull-up at 90 degrees and then all the way up, and then stop at 90 degrees and then go down. And again, probably the most advanced would be working up to a one-arm pull-up, but you want to make sure that you're strong enough to prevent injury before you try that. Another exercise you can do is you can add in ab exercises into either of these. So when you're doing dead hangs, you can lift your legs up to engage your core, or even when you're doing pull-ups. One of the things that you should think about when you start hangboarding is that it's really important to start slowly and make sure you build your way up slowly. So one of the best ways to do that is to take off body weight, and I find that a chair works really well. So you can get holds, and you can put as much or as little body weight as you want on the chair. And I'll take some body weight and do hangs. I'll also do pull-ups with my feet on it. And you can also move around kind of like you're climbing and doing moves, which is a great way to warm up and kind of work up to things. So hangboarding is a great way to supplement your climbing and build up finger strength and arm strength, but it's always important to warm up properly and make sure to take your time between the exercises to prevent injuries. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you see some gains.